Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are building a family home. I had envisioned that in this apartment that there would be a single mum and two twin girls. Obviously, if you guys do decide to download this, you do not have to have twin girls and you don't have to have it be a single mum. But that's who I had envisioned in my head when I built this. This is a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment. It's in, I can't remember which district. I think it's the Fashion District. And it's next to Penny Pizzazz's apartment. It needs TLC. And yeah, I definitely struggle with all these bits in the apartment. There's that body outline that you can't get rid of. There's the drain in the bathroom. And then there's those maintenance bits that you need for the apartment. And you can't move them either. You just have to leave them where they are and try and build around them. I thought at least the drain sort of fits in with the bathroom. I think originally the bathroom was actually over that drain anyway. So that kind of was the only place you could put a bathroom. But for the rest of the build, I moved the back bedroom is where the kitchen used to be, and then where the second bedroom is where the main bedroom was in the original apartment. And then I opened up where the first bedroom originally was and the kitchen lounge area, and made it one big space, so it just felt a bit bigger. Usually I've seen quite a lot of this apartment in particular be renovated, and a lot of people seem to do the same floor plan. It is very, very difficult to change the floor plan in this build, so I was quite proud that I did manage to do that. I probably won't be able to do it again, but I was quite proud in this moment that I was able to do that for this one, and just make the space feel a bit bigger, because it is a very, very small apartment, although I do quite like that. I do like the fact that we are given a variety of sizes of apartments in The Sims. So, as you can see here, we are in the main bedroom. Originally, I went for this darker beige sort of bedroom colour, and then I did end up swapping it out, and I changed the colours completely. I went with this sagey green. I wanted this apartment to feel very bright, very vibrant, very child-friendly and inviting. So yeah, you'll see me add the lighter woods. I've got the sort of sagey green colour, the white, just everything was very bright, very vibrant. And I did actually go in individually and add windows to each bedroom how I see fit. Most of the time you're really not going to be looking at the outside if you are playing with apartments, so I wasn't too worried that it didn't match the downstairs or the rest of the apartment block, because chances are you're not going to see that if you're playing in apartments. The likelihood is that you're probably going to be looking at it from the inside, so that's what I wanted to look good, was the inside. So just adding some plants, make it feel a bit more lively in here, adding lots of colour through paintings and stuff like that. The problem as well with these maintenance places, so the electric box you've got, and I think that's a water pipe, they actually need to be accessible, so that when you do have scenarios where things break, things need repairing, that Sims are able to access them. And the little mouse holes that you get, they need to be accessed. So everything of those I had to keep open just for gameplay purposes. Otherwise they would have been covered up, but unfortunately we're not able to do that because we need them. So yeah, they just sort of They feel a bit clanky in the bedroom, but it was sort of the only like sensible place I could put them, other than the kitchen. But like I said, I kind of wanted to change up the original floor plan to what it was before, and yeah, really just like diversify the floor plan. I could not say that word for a second. That's about normal for me, just not being able to say words, stumbling over my tongue. So yeah, you'll see in this bedroom as well, there is a mouse hole, so I did try and like keep that free. It's not ideal to have like little mice running around in the bedroom, but these things happen. So you'll see I've got two very, very different sides. I've got one like purpley blue and one like this pinky blue. And yeah, I added this sort of like IKEA looking bookshelf in the middle to make a divide, and had like the two different sides, different colours, so that there was a clear divide between the rooms. Even went so far as adding wallpaper to change up how the room was, and just make it feel like, even though the room is one room, to make it feel like each child had their own area. So yeah, I wanted to add this flower rug, but it kept glitching and it wasn't quite right. And then I wanted something in the other side, and I just couldn't find anything that fit the other side. So I ended up just going with the rugs that match the bed, which I feel like is probably the better move. There is a lot of clutter. There's a lot to do in this bedroom as well. Lots of toys. There's desks for each girls. I thought that, again, they'd be like the child age, so they'd be in school, they'd need to do their homework, probably not old enough to have computers. I did think about adding like some game bits on one of the desks, and then I just sort of removed it. Just tried to make it a bit more like child friendly. Because, yeah, I mean, I don't know about other parents, but mine doesn't play games, although she's only 2. But I don't know, I just don't know how I'd feel about my own child playing video games at that sort of age. Every parent does their own thing. It's completely up to each parent. But I don't know, I never played games at that age, so I can't imagine another child doing it at that age, but maybe they do. I don't know what kids do nowadays. I'm very out of touch with it, to be honest. But, yeah, so we're just moving on to the main living area. So this living area I did find quite difficult. I did have to go back to this a second day. This did take me 2 days to build, which is kind of embarrassing how long this took me to build, but never mind, these things happen. I just didn't quite know what I wanted to do with like such a large space. I knew I wanted there to be a kitchen and a lounge area, but I didn't quite know where to put the kitchen. Originally I wanted it in this corner where it is now, but there was a door and I sort of wanted it to wrap round the corner like an L-shaped kitchen. But we ended up doing a galley style kitchen, so it was still open but slightly shut off. I feel like if you're a parent, you know how nice it is to have like an open planned area, and be able to see your kids, especially if you are on your own. It is so much easier to be able to see the kids if your like kitchen lounge area is open. I feel like you can have more eyes on them, because when there's only one pair of eyes compared to 2, it can be very difficult. I mean, parenting is difficult anyway, but especially when you've only halved your eyes, essentially. So that was kind of the logic I was going on, like personal experience. That was where my logic was going with that. So yeah, I did want it to be really open plan. Not only is it practical, but it also just feels bigger, it feels nicer. I don't know what I was doing in this video, to be honest. I feel like I was doing something in the background because I seem to be pausing quite a lot. Or maybe I was just trying to figure this out because it did baffle me for a while. Like I said, it took me 2 days to do. It was not an easy build at all for me. But yeah, so we are in the lounge. I did want this to be quite cozy. Again, pops of colour here and there. I've added like the white couch from, I think, Tiny Living. And it's got like the yellow and blue cushions to give it that like pop of colour. And again, the rug, I sort of used the yellow in the rug to match it to the cushions, and again, just have that pop of colour. We do go in and add some children's toys around as little details. Here I am just adding a nice big window. I wanted there to be lots of light, but also there wasn't, once I decorated, there wasn't like an immense amount of space. I did end up using a lot of packs in this build, so I really do apologise. But if any of you guys would like to download this build, as per, my gallery ID is linked down in the description below. And yeah, if you haven't been a long time simmer or you don't download off the gallery, apartments you have to upload as rooms, so you do have to get rid of the walls around the doors. So you can upload them as a room rather than as a lot, because apartments for some reason don't count as lots. So yeah, this is uploaded as a room. I believe it's under career/other, just because I felt that fit better. Otherwise you're looking at like kitchen, dining room, stuff like that, and that didn't really fit. So I just put it under Minx. That was the easiest way to put it. So yeah, I did add a little desk in the corner. I felt like a desk and computer was really useful, really handy, especially if the girls needed to use a computer for maybe a school project. That was sort of the aim behind it. I didn't want anything too fancy, but just sort of like a family feeling computer. Again, you'll see me adding lots of toys around and then little pictures just to brighten the place up and add that bit more colour, because at the moment it's kind of looking a little bit too beige for my liking. I did add the board from Parenthood as well, so you can like set curfews and all sorts of fun things like that. Little backpacks, just little decorative bits here and there. I did remember a bin, so I feel like that's actually one of the things I do always remember is a bin. I feel like that's a lot of people do forget that. But bin is usually one of the things I do remember out of everything. But yeah, anyway, I also wanted to add like some little pictures around, just adding like those tiny little pops of colour. I did originally want to add a backsplash to this kitchen, but I didn't find anything like I quite liked. And then I added the pegboard, and I didn't add any like PayPal postcards to it. I did think about it, but I just didn't end up adding them. I was going to add the calendar to it, but it didn't seem to snap. It seemed to like glitch through, so I ended up scratching that idea. But yeah, so just adding the last final details here and there, adding some little decorative bits just around the place. You'll see me adding just all the little bits that make it feel a bit more lived in and a bit more homely. Anyway, guys, we are coming up to the end of the video now. So as I leave you with the rest of this build and the screenshots, please remember to like, comment and subscribe. And I will see you all in my next one. Bye, everybody.